we are back once again. Last session was a bit of a frustrating one for the party, to say the least. Um, you guys did defeat the beast, and Dan got a case of the stone-itis, where he got petrified. So popped him in I think it was a portable hole, and went on your way, trying to navigate out of the forest after the death of the old man Maurice that had previously guided you. You are now on your own. And Camilla seemed to have other plans. In the morning after, she decided to scout ahead to see if she could find a quicker path, and she was able to. Problem is, as soon as she got the chance, she stealthed it out and sneaked away and started going at a fast pace, trying to outpace you all. Unknowing of this plan, you guys continued on your normal walking route and path at a normal pace, which meant that Camilla was fastly outpacing you, to the point where she even kept going throughout the night, which made her get a lot more ground a lot quicker than you all were going. Since you didn't really know the plan, you weren't really aware of anything like that. She also was able to set up a fake camp to potentially lead you guys off the trail, but you were able to find it again and get back on her trail. But by the time that you had exited the wilds, she had already gotten back to the Fortuna grounds edifice, claimed the reward, and skedaddled off with your guys' car as well. Not the greatest outcome. Just not getting paid at all. All that fun stuff. But with that said, you guys were back in the city versus being in the forest, and you guys decided, okay, well, maybe she went back to our warehouse. Started driving there, and you got there fairly quickly. Nobody was in the warehouse. And I believe you also checked Rosie's apartment. Nobody was there as well. And the next idea you had was, let's see if we can get a hold of Rosie's daddy. Daddy. Found he was not available. He was not at home. And you went to his place of work, and he was not there either. So thankfully, though, some of the workers there did give you the location of one of their places of, I guess, rest, where they go to talk about all their stuff. Basically, one of their hideouts, the Amethyst Lounge, where the Devil Mafia occasionally meet up. So you went there. You talked with Hans and Timmy. Hans was a man who worked down beneath the jazz performers up in the top area, and he seemed to be crafting magic items and seemed to be keeping the group and the Devil Mafia well equipped throughout everything. He was able to get a location by having the car tracked, since they track their own stuff. He gave you a small silver disc that more or less pointed to the item, and they were willing to shell out a flying car for you all to get there quickly to help take care of Papa's daughter. Because if Papa came back and daughter wasn't there, he probably wouldn't be super kind. Meanwhile, this was all, unfortunately, when you guys started heading towards the Ventura district, Camilla had been going to the Harmonia district. So she was a bit ahead of you guys, but she seemed to have her own place in the Harmonia district. Thankfully, due to the tracked car, you were able to track them down and find the apartment. And on the day of your arrival, Rosie came to. She found herself in her apartment, drinking some booze, some very strong booze, having no idea where she is, what day it was, anything like that. And she had gathered that it has been approximately 10 days since she was last aware of herself, so to say. And being calm and rational, she just decided to wait out at the car. And eventually, group did find her just sitting on her car. Rez got out, bursting with flames, and got her in a grapple fairly quickly. Dragged her into the apartment complex. And you all started to drill her, saying, basically, what's going on? Where is our money? Are you Camilla? Are you Rosie? Just trying to get a layout of things. Searching through the apartment, both Rosie and the rest of the group found nothing of the sort that might hint towards anything. However, Bruno was able to scout the car that she had stolen and found a receipt to a bank. Specifically, the Citadel Pillar Financial Group. Bank in the Harmonia district, and it showed the deposit and everything of the sort. Heading over there the next day, as it was currently closed at the time, you said more or less, "Hello, please. We'd like all of our gold, please." And the bank teller came back with a small bag. You opened it up, and inside there was 100 gold and a page that says, "Thank you for the deposit from Azath." Much less than the amount you were promised or looking for. It seems that this Azath was the primary account holder, and Milla at the time was only a member of the account, so to say. Leaving with that, Rosie was a little bit nerve-wracked. She wasn't sure what the party was going to do. She's not feeling the greatest right now, and she decided, you know what? There's a bunch of people around. I'm just going to scream help in a crowded bank and see what happens.
She's scared.
She is very scared. So that is where we are starting the session here. Does anyone have any questions before we get into it?
How many people are around?
Let's see. So there are the tellers in the back. Tell you what, I'll just open up Tailspire so you can see it.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
I instantly go outside the bank.
I will say you guys are in the front area of this bank, basically where there are deposits being made at the teller, and you guys are closer to the door where there's just a bunch of seats and chairs and things like that for people to get into and just relax while other people are going about their business. But let's see. Invite.
What a nice bank.
Thank you. I didn't make it myself.
Oh.
I did add some touches, but I basically got the core and then I worked on the rest from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because making a full-ass bank for something that may be only used in half a session, I didn't feel like doing all that.
That's true. Well, I mean, for future use.
Yes, because you guys will totally go back to this specific thing.
Hi. Plette seemed very interested in robbing.
I do like robbing banks.
True.
as always, I need to be invited. Or summoned or whatever.
Oh, yeah, right. Right. Players. And assign as monolith. There you go. Alright, so be able to see everything here. So yeah, she is on the far side of the tellers, fairly close to a guard and the entrance into the main bank area, while you guys are out at the front.
I appear to be stuck outside the bank on my screen.
You are right here, so you shouldn't be.
Unless there's some control setting I'm missing, I can't get inside. Is there like a
Here,
visibility?
It's a
slot
secret bank.
thingy or something.
Should not. Yeah, it shows you can see everybody. I'll just open the door, see if that helps. Everybody should be visible.
I can see.
What
but
you
I
may
can
have to do is if you grab the green icon on the right along the giant vertical line.
I see it.
There you go.
Okay.
Because you can
Move the
hide
roof.
stuff.
I don't think I've
This
ever
is
had to
a
do that before.
fairly big bank.
Huh. Okay. Yep, that was a mistake. Okay. I will switch it to. There we go. Should be visible now.
Okay. So here is Rosie right here. So yeah, there are about 6 people aside from Rosie in the main area, and then there's about 3 tellers in the back, and it looks like there are guards just kind of scattered about.
All right.
I was adjacent to Rosie at the end of last session, for what it's worth. I don't know where I am on this map.
You were grabbing Rosie.
Yeah, you were about right here, I'd say. Jason-ish.
David, could I ask a favor?
Uh-huh.
Would you be able to zoom out enough to see the interior and then just leave the camera stationary? Because the stream keeps like going between being clear and being big
fuzzy
pixels. Yeah.
All right, how about that?
That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so there's Rez. Here's Rosie.
Okay.
There we go.
You made it pixelated again.
It'll reset in a sec. So the only door in and out is that front door then, right?
At least in this main lobby area.
Okay.
What's down those stairs?
Good question.
Damn it! I thought I'd get him.
Probably the
Well,
fucking vault.
It's a theory.
Rez is next to Rosie and a guard.
Correct.
And what is the guard doing?
So I'll say at the help, the guard would probably look over to Rosie and say, "Is everything all right, miss?"
No. I'm money.
So at this, he would start to walk over to you, Rosie. Rez, is there anything you want to do as he starts to walk over?
I'm gonna look at Rosie and I'm just gonna say, this is only going to get more complicated if you try to
You're
get away.
gonna kill me. You're gonna
We're
kill
not
me.
going to kill you.
You're
You
gonna
can
kill
help
me.
us.
You're gonna kill me. She's freaking out.
And panic attack.
Yep, basically.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern in the middle
Ooh,
of this crowd.
that might hit Rez.
You can aim it a little off center.
Yeah.
Oh,
So is that a circle
Square.
or a cone? I
it's
can't
a
remember.
square.
Hypnotic Pattern is a 20-foot cube, if I remember correctly.
You want to knock out the tellers as well?
Yeah, no, I'm getting everybody.
So it'd be like here,
30-foot cube, excuse me.
a 30-foot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big spell.
So I'm going to angle it so that one side is running through the guard and the civilian next to Rez. So it's like a diagonal.
So it's kind of like
Yeah, so Rez won't
that.
be in it. It's basically going to be centered on the teller's desk, and it's just going to get that whole crowd of people.
Okay.
Hope you have a high spell save.
Fucking know it.
Probably be something like. Eh, eh.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot cube, so we're just getting that whole fucking cluster of dudes.
Okay. Okay. So what do they? They just need to roll a what?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Am I
What?
All of them.
wisdom saving throw?
Yes, you
You
are.
will be.
Damn it.
It's like hold person, but for a mass group.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not going to count the commoners because they are more than likely going to fail.
Can I use
Hey,
lucky?
Technically.
You should be able to, yeah.
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Okay. That's a 17.
That's a failure.
Damn it.
Yes.
You can
My
use lucky
first roll
again,
was a
right?
3.
She cannot.
But I can use inspiration, can't I?
It's
And
on.
do you want this guard affected up here as well near the top?
If it reaches him, then yes.
I think that would. It's just I drew it a little weird, so.
Okay.
1, 2.
As many
5.
people as humanly possible.
Okay. Oh shit! One of the commoners actually succeeded.
Hell
They
yeah.
got a nat 20.
Like free.
The rest failed.
Silver
You see everyone.
It's not worth it, Dan.
No witnesses.
So for the rest of guards and the tellers, let's see. Does an 18 beat it?
Beats it, beats it.
Beats it. Okay. So 2 of the tellers are going to succeed. 1 of the tellers is going to fail. 1 of the guards is going to fail, and 1 of the guards is going to succeed. So this guard here is going to succeed. And then this guard here succeeds, and then these 2 tellers succeed. But this one does fail.
Dane is leaving the fucking bank. That is the rest of his turn. It's leaving the bank.
Yeah, I would say at that point, let's probably roll some initiative here.
Okay.
Because shit may go down, so it's probably going to be best in this mode.
16.
10.
Okay. 10.
11.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 18.
11.
And I think we determined that AAA has higher decks.
I don't know if it matters.
My
Rosie
dex
should.
is,
Out
my
for
dex
the
is a
count.
17.
That's true. Yeah. I think that is higher than Rosie's. Rosie, what's your dex?
12 plus 1.
12, okay. Yep. Okay. I have to put guard and 2 tellers. And the 1 commoner.
Did 1 commoner? Oh, yeah, 1 commoner succeeded.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, these guys rolled absolute garbage. One rolled good, the rest rolled shite. Okay. I think that is initiative here. So, once again, just describe the hypnotic pattern for us, if you would, Dan.
So 30-foot cube. Pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. And on a failed save, all creatures are charmed and incapacitated with a speed of 0 while charmed for the minute.
Okay.
Do they?
Do they
Everyone
get to
is-
make
Nope.
saving throws at the end of the turn?
They are literally just standing there for a minute until I drop concentration or they
Damn.
take damage.
Yeah, hypnotic pattern's really good.
Do they fail other saves? Right.
If they're incapacitated, no, nothing happens. So they're literally just kind of standing, staring out blankly into space for a minute.
Because they're hypnotized.
They're all
Yeah.
tripping balls for a minute.
Dazzled by a sparkly burst of color in the middle of the room that appeared for a split second and is now gone.
Dan gave them LSD and then started a rave party.
And now I'm leaving.
All right, so top of the order
Oh.
is going to be good.
If the creature takes damage,
Yeah, they shake
it can shake out of it.
All right, so top of the order is Bruno. You are right here. Very easy to spin these.
Let's go.
The range
Bruno,
of
what
the
you got?
Do your thing. You were gonna do it.
I got the bands.
We don't need them until we get to the car.
Okay.
If I
Okay.
do, for what it's worth, Bruno, if I do recall correctly, your bands are damaged and need repair.
You didn't say they weren't working.
Or
Sure.
did he mean that they weren't working and that they needed repair?
Wanted to say that they got damaged by the acid.
Yes, they
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
But do they still work? Or are they just like normal bands at this point?
Well, they can't be normal bands.
No, yeah, I mean, within the rules, yeah.
What does damaged mean exactly?
Yes.
So the way I had described it, I didn't get to go into full detail, but the acid was eating away at the magic enchantment.
Oh.
But since I didn't fully clarify that episode, we'll just say they probably have another use, and then they're going to. If that sounds fair.
Okay. I was gonna say, or even just like a lower DC.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. But if you say we don't need them till the car, I'll hold out because I don't want to make too much of a fuss, even though you just made a big one.
This is less of a fuss than deploying a full metal jacket on somebody.
I mean, this is my kind of my MO, right? Like I snatch stuff. Like that's what I do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Bruno just loves snatching.
Snatching. Anyways,
What you doing?
I think I'm gonna nope the fuck out of this.
All right.
This is too public. This is too many. Nope. This is a nope. And I think Bruno's gonna nope the fuck out. He's
All
leaving.
right. So Bruno does
Safety.
a 360 and walks away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Yeah, 'cause it's a-
30.
As it stands, we don't have a connection to Dan at all. Dan just did this.
I mean,
Crazy.
You're not
roll.
wrong.
Something as a group.
There's nothing
We're-
tying us to Dan right now.
We're all getting into the same car together.
Well, they don't have cameras. They might. I
They
don't
might
know.
have magical.
I was about to
recording
say, are you
devices.
sure about that? You
Hey.
didn't. You guys didn't look shit at the bank.
They might have familiars. They might have all kinds of shit.
Yep.
They got spiders.
Are you dashing or just doing your normal walk?
I'm just doing I'm a little overwhelmed right now. This is a fuck no. I'm
Okay.
just I'm
Excuse
trying.
me, DM.
Nice and calm.
Bruno is always dashing.
Fuck you.
I've seen him after his waffle binges. He ain't that pretty. Anyways, so Bruno just calmly gets out of his chair, walks out. So that brings us to Dagrim.
Right. I'm gonna say, well, this is a mess, and I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself and walk out as well.
All right. You're just casting a spell, and then just gonna walk out.
And it lasts for 1 minute. Or until I make a harmful attack.
You'd be able to get to about here.
I guess I can dash.
So you
Sanctuary is a
walk
bonus
Oh,
action.
Sanctuary is a bonus action. Then yeah, yep, you can.
Yeah, I can dash. I'll just go out to the other side, like on the to the right, off of that bank.
So like this
There
way.
you go.
or the other?
Yep, that's to the right. It's technically left if I was in my character's perspective, but right is correct. Yeah, that's correct.
All right. This is how far you'd be able to make it out by dashing.
Yep.
Which this thing would stop resetting itself. Okay. Next up, Dagrim casts a few holy words to himself, or unholy, depends on what you think of it. But either way, he casts a spell and just bolts out. Next up is the teller, the teller who succeeded, and for the people who are still in the bank, you would see him reach under the counter, and at that you hear a sharp ring of an alarm. So an alarm has been sounded, and he is going to this way. 30 is going to start hustling down the stairs, or at least try to.
He's gonna go get the security dragon.
He makes it to about there. That was his turn. Dan, it's your turn.
I'm
Mr.
leaving.
Hypnotic pattern. All right. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do you want to dash?
After closing the door behind me, yes.
Leaving everybody else in there.
They can open the door if they want.
All right, so you, gosh darn. Are you going the same way as Dagrim?
I'm going for the car.
Okay.
Yeah, where's the car?
I'll just assume you were walking towards the car, Dagrim. So you guys will be just for convenience sake. Okay. So Dan just bolts, closes the door, and just starts running off.
Yes, sir.
Next up is the guard. So going to So I would say he would have seen Rosie screaming more or less bloody murder at Rez,
Fair.
right? I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, there was definitely an aggressor in that situation.
So he would probably 2, 3, 4, open this door, and 6, and he is going to try and cast a spell on you, Rez.
Can't silvery barbs.
Thanks for the
Let's
support,
see.
man.
I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good thing monks dump wisdom.
12.
Tenzin, what are you doing, dude?
You are paralyzed as a spell comes over you.
Ah, I know that spell.
You are now paralyzed. Let's see. That's all he's going to do. Going to call to his other guys saying, hey, get in here. Let's see. Add them to the initiative. God damn, that is shit. Okay. They are now in the initiative. So that brings us to AAA.
Yeah.
You would see Rez just got stuck. It looks like she's frozen almost, and she's looking at Rosie. And a guard seemed to have cast a spell on Rez.
Okay.
Everybody else bolted out of the bank.
How
Except
many
for you, Rez, and Rosie.
How many guards are there?
Right now in the lobby, there are 2. One is under the effects of hypnotic pattern. The other one is the one who just cast a spell on Rez, but he did call out to his other guards. You can hear their footsteps starting to walk through the thing.
Okay. Give me a second to look through my features really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Does Misty Step only with me, or can I take someone with me?
I believe it's only you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
one
only
person.
me.
Yep, you teleport.
Okay.
If you have anything that can damage the guard to break his concentration, that would be useful.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I can do that. Would fear make someone lose concentration?
If it says it, it would, but I don't think fear says that.
Frightened condition does not do that.
Yeah, frightened just makes them scared. They can still hold concentration. Damage can break concentration.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Last
I
turn.
guess I will run towards the exit.
Good luck,
Okay.
Rez.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm just moving first.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Just leave her.
If you guys all bail on me, I'm just gonna leave Rose.
Okay, so I'm running towards the exit. I'm going to use. I'm going to use my sorcery points to quicken Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
So I'm going to use my bonus action. That allows me to use my bonus action to cast Eldritch Blast, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so I use my bonus action to cast Eldritch Blast on the guard that is concentrating on the spell holding Rez.
Right. We'll be attacking him. Okay.
I wish this made a difference, but natural 20.
I mean,
That
that's more
is-
dice.
Wait, does that... I didn't know you could crit on Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
you roll a d20 to hit with it can crit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whenever you have a
didn't
spell, whether it's a spell attack or a melee attack or a ranged attack, crits count.
Oh, I
The
didn't know
other
that.
counts are like
AoE
area of
effects or-
effect spells. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if it has like ranged
So-
attack or spell attack or melee attack, if it basically has the word attack in it, that means you can crit.
So basically, it's just 2d10 plus 5.
Doesn't your
wait,
Eldritch
no.
Blast? Oh wait, no, you have to
Yeah.
roll for the other Eldritch Blast. That's right.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yes.
So I have two hits. I gotta roll for the other hit. The other is a 16 to hit.
16. That will hit. Beats it.
Okay, so it's 2d10 plus 5 for the first one, 1d10 plus 5 for the second one.
Yep, sounds like it.
So it'd be 30 damage.
So I think since those are two separate instances of damage, I'll have to make 2 con saves, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm. That's just the first Eldritch Blast. That's what's great about Magic Missile too. You can make them roll like 5 con saves.
Yeah. Let's see. That would be DC of 15. Wait, for the first hit. How much was the first hit from that Eldritch Blast? Before you combined it all?
The first hit was 9, 8, and 5, so
22. So DC would be 11.
Yep. Let's see. So you succeeded that one, and then the next bolt,
was 3 plus 5.
8. So that would be 10.
Yep, minimum of 10.
Yeah. God damn, you rolled a 2.
Okay,
Yay!
Fucking hell.
Eat it.
So now with my main action, I'm going to use my haste ability on Rez.
Oh, that's good.
Very smart.
All right. So, bolts of Eldritch Magic leap out of your. I believe you cast it through your staff, if I recall correctly, and strike this guard in the chest 3 times. And Rez, you suddenly feel the paralyzation removed, and you feel like everything's slow around you. You're moving a lot faster right now.
I remember this.
So let's see. That was your turn, AAA, and then you said you were going to get the fuck out.
So I moved to 30 feet. Does that move me out of
So
the...
30 feet would get you out, yes.
Okay, so yeah, if I had to interrupt my movement to cast those and then use the rest of it to get out, yeah.
I mean, it's just like you're casting them as you run out,
Okay.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that will bring us. Let's see. I think Rosie is still incapacitated, so she wouldn't have a turn, really. Okay. Okay. So now it is your turn, Rez.
Okay,
Good timing.
that worked out nice.
Good thing you rolled bad on your initiative, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I guess we wouldn't have had to
it
deal
would
with
have
that if
been
you rolled
better
better.
if I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm going to double checking. Cool. I'm just gonna use probably Step of the Wind as a bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
And yeah, I can do disengage or dash. So I will just do that as my first action. I am going to grab Rosie.
Okay.
And I'm going to start dragging her out of the building. Come along.
Rosie didn't disengage. No, that's not how that works.
Okay, so I think you do automatically succeed. I guess it would technically be a grapple if you're dragging an unwilling creature.
We don't know if she's unwilling. Don't take that out of context.
Let's see. So yeah, I would say yeah. You grapple her, start dragging her out, and yeah, the guard tries to make attack, but he misses you because disengage. Yeah, he's just grabbed.
And dragging someone would probably put me at half speed, but my speed is functionally doubled
By haste as well.
So I'm trying to. So I use bonus for step, grapples in action, movement, and then the extra action gives me another 40 feet. So I'd just be 40 feet down the side of the building.
Question: Am I still in the hypnotic pattern zone?
You are still affected by it.
Okay.
Even if you leave the zone.
Yep.
Yeah, the zone disappears.
The zone is instantaneous. It's like, here's a 30-foot cube flash, and then for the next minute, everyone who saw it in that cube is...
It's like a flashbang.
Yeah, basically.
I just have to be careful not to hurt her.
Yeah. If the creature takes damage, it breaks the stupor.
Rez is very tempted, I imagine.
Don't even flicker, Rez.
Restraint.
So you'd actually be able to make it here for 40, and then you said you had an additional 40 you were going to do?
No, I think that's all, because that's 20 and 20.
Oh, that's right. It's halved on each of those.
So I think that's all I can do.
What's having it?
Dragging Rosie.
Dragging.
Oh. But you can hold Rosie, right? That's within your carrying capacity.
I don't know.
All right.
I've always ruled dragging someone as half movement, so.
It is.
Yeah. That's how I would rule it too, because it's like, essentially she's just kind of dead weight, so it's like hard to manage.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, you guys all managed to make it out of the bank, and then, yeah, the other guard is starting to move, and Teller's doing his own thing off the 30, doing his own thing. 2. Commoner that succeeded is running the hell out of here.
No witnesses.
You see one commoner running out alongside you all.
I'm safe, I'm safe.
Fireball.
I would say that would put us, if you guys do want to deal with this commoner, that would put us back at the top of the order with Bruno.
We're booking it. We're getting to the
All right.
car and we're leaving.
All right. If you guys do not want to chase off the commoner, then yes, we would be out of initiative for the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I think the plan is just to get everybody thrown in the car and book it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is easily doable here. I would say takes you like a minute to get everybody in the car, get the car started. Are you? This is the flying car. Are you guys flying out or just driving away?
Does the flying car have wheels? Because we can drive it.
Yes, you can. It's a land or air vehicle.
Okay. I'm just gonna have it like hop a couple blocks and then drive.
Okay.
Does it count as a creature?
The car?
Yes.
No.
Damn.
How would a car count as a creature?
I don't know. It has hit points.
Objects have
Maybe I
hit points.
want to. I want to figure out what I can target with Sanctuary.
Pushing the limits.
Uh-huh.
Also, I'm going to use minor illusion to obscure the license plate while we depart.
Just like blur it.
Yeah.
Yes, that won't be obvious. The car with the blurred license plate.
It lasts a minute. It's enough time for us to get somewhere out of view.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Let's see. I would say, as you guys quickly bundle everybody into the car, by the time that's done, Rosie would be no longer under the effects of hypnotic magic. That would have been over a minute, but
It would take a minute.
yeah. Basically, from when you cast the spell to dragging them all out, getting everybody in the car, to starting to drive away.
Yeah.
All right. So Rosie is not incapacitated anymore, as we are all in the car now.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm driving.
Yeah, who's in the back seat with Rosie? Or is she in the trunk?
I'll sit next to her in case she tries anything.
Yeah, I'll sit next to her as well.
So Rosie, you snap out of it. You're in a car, surrounded by your best buddies in the whole wide world.
She's just crying silently.
We're driving away.
Now we can hear you.
Huh?
I said, oh, no, we can hear you. Where are you taking us, Dan?
Not here.
Okay, well, we're gonna need to decide on it here eventually.
Yeah, got that. I'm just putting some distance between me and the bank for the time being.
The warehouse.
Okay, now where are we going?
So, for what it's worth, you guys are in the Harmonia district right now.
We're a long way from the warehouse.
You guys are a bit out from home.
How far is a bit out from home again? Like a few days?
It's like 2 days or something.
By car, or by flying car, it is about a 2.5 day travel, if I recall correctly. By ground, it is a 5-day travel.
Presumably, we're still close to Camilla's place, right?
True.
Yes, you are.
Let's go there, right?
You want
There's
me to
no
loop-
sus on that place.
You want me to loop back to that spot?
It's the only place I can think of nearby.
All right.
Yeah.
So the plan is take off, fly like a minute just in a random direction away from the bank, land on a street, start driving, and then I'll just navigate by street back towards Camilla's place, giving the bank a wide berth.
Can you minor
So-
illusion the color of our car?
I cannot.
Damn.
You
But the
can't
car-
make it not look like a mob
The
car.
car actually has a button for that, doesn't it?
It's true, it does.
Oh,
Weirdly.
Alright then.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things when we got the car.
It also has this is the flying car that the Devil Mafia is loaning you. This is not your guys' car,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for what it's
This is the good one.
For now.
yes.
All right, I'll make a point to drive through a parking garage, like the underside of a parking garage, just to like lose like aerial visibility. I'll hit the button. I'll wait like 20 seconds, and then I'll exit.
So, I would say to kind of describe a few things as you are looking for a hiding place, just kind of flying around, taking a look. You can see the bank off in the distance. You start to see a bunch of winged creatures fanning out from the bank, just pouring out.
Okay. Well, now is the time to
Scary.
land.
Okay. So let's see here. And you said you just kind of pulled up into like a random car garage.
Just a random parking garage. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the button to change the paint job.
Okay.
Oh yeah, cars button to change paint color and license plate.
Correct.
Perfect.
Look at that.
It's like they know how to be sneaky.
Handy. And then we'll just comfortably drive back to Camilla's place.
Of course.
Are the windows tinted?
They are.
Okay, good.
It's a slight dark tint. And I would say, as you guys are just sitting there waiting to just kind of see if things die down, you do start to see these flying creatures just kind of swing and fly all around the buildings, just scanning the streets, scanning the alleyways, and you do see one fly through this car park lot. Let me see if they might spot you. As your car can't make a stealth check, but it does look different. So I'm going to give it disadvantage on that roll. And it does not see it. Just kind of pauses in the car garage, just kind of looking around before it quickly, with a large flap of its wings, ducks out, flies out through the car garage.
And can I make a nature check to try to identify what kind of
I
creature
would
that was?
also do that.
Sure,
Same.
please
I'll
do.
do Arcana.
I rolled a 5.
15.
It's like some kind of flying
16. Excuse
weird
me.
thing.
16.
Is that for me
for-
or is that for
For
Dan?
for the 5. No, that was for Dan. He didn't. He just
Some sort of winged creature.
Lower than 16.
Okay. So kind of describe this creature.
Is it a mephit?
Is not.
Is it an
This
imp?
is. No, it is a bit bigger than that.
Is it a Baylor?
It's a little smaller than that. Somewhere
Let's
between
say-
an imp. Somewhere between an imp and a pit fiend.
It's bigger than a bread box, but smaller than a car.
So I would say, Dan, you said you got the 15
16.
or 16? Okay. So this is a very black and gray looking creature with large wings. It's about medium size, and this thing has stark yellow glowing eyes, lots of teeth in its mouth. You would know this thing. You're pretty positive this is Nabasu.
Nabasu.
They are
The hell is
they are a fiend.
Oh, I know Nabasu.
I would say on a
Fucking sturdy fucking thing. Jesus Christ.
yep.
Holy shit.
You guys poked a bank. At least this bank has some pretty intense defenses, it seems.
How many
Um,
of these flew out of the bank?
Probably about 8 or 10 by your count.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, that's why we don't rob the bank.
So, for what it's worth, I would say on a 16, you would know the name of it. You would know it's a fiend, and you know that they're definitely one is definitely not to be messed with. But that is about all you would really know of it.
They're beefy fuckers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They don't look beefy, but they are beefy.
No, they do not.
No,
They
statistically,
look very
they're
spindly.
very beefy.
Yeah, just to kind of describe it to the rest of the group, it just kind of looks like, it almost looks like a very skinny animated gargoyle, but its skin does not look of stone. It's very skinny. But yeah, he was not able to track you guys thanks to your car's sweet tech.
They also emanate darkness from their body in a 10-foot radius that cannot be illuminated by non-magical light.
So how did we see it? No.
This thing would have had a pallor of shadow around it as it entered the parking garage, like a ring wraith.
Sick.
I would say, like, as it comes in, you can
That's
see it before the darkness engulfs it. That's how I would
intense.
describe it.
Oof.
You see shadows trailing it before it's engulfed by its own shadow.
Okay, note to self. We are not ready to rob a bank.
Or at the very least, this bank.
Holy shit.
Would I? This is kind of random, but given my history, would this seem like a familiar tactic, kind of? So it's something like the Demon Council would employ to defend their banks.
Give me a history check.
That's fair. No idea. That's a 3.
I mean, demons, fiends.
Yeah. Same
You know, they're
vibe.
kind of in a similar note, but that's about all you got.
It's not impossible. Okay,
Not impossible, but you don't know.
that's fair. Well, do we make it to
Okay.
Camilla's safe?
I would say on that, by the time that you guys eventually leave, these guys have more or less fanned out much farther out, looking for this, the car, and you guys managed to make it back to the apartment safe and sound.
Okay. So we'll stow the car somewhere out of sight, like under an awning at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just turn back to Rosie in the back seat. Be like, all right, we're gonna go upstairs. We're gonna have a problem getting up there.
Silence.
Okay.
Well, come along. Pull her out of the seat.
Okay. Grab her, pull her out, get her out of the car, go through the apartment complex all the way up to floor 31. Open up the door, you're in. Like I kind of described, it's fairly similar in design to Rosie's apartment, but it does look a little more upscale.
Okay.
Got an extra bedroom. Kitchen's a little smaller, but the main area is a little bigger.
How many entrances does this unit have?
Has a balcony entrance with a glass window or glass door, glass door, and
Okay.
then the main entrance that you guys just came through.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Arcane Lock on the front door.
All right. Hear a distinctive magical click come from the door.
Is Bean still hanging out in the apartment then? Since he wasn't at the bank?
I feel like since we never mentioned it last session, I feel like that's a fair place to assume.
Okay.
Unless I'm told he moves, I am just going to assume he's going to stay where he's at unless it's needed.
Yeah.
So you guys have managed to get out of the bank in one piece. But now you are a little bit richer. You did technically get 100 gold from the bag, but that's just a pittance.
A group of bandits made off with 100 gold from the bank today.
And that they legally withdrew.
So, you guys are in the apartment. What's the plan? Change the music back from something a little less intense.
So, what do we make of all this?
This is complicated.
Well,
No.
Rosie, how long have these gaps in memory been happening?
She'll just pull out her notebook and slide it towards you.
Let's thumb through it. What do I
How
learn?
big is a notebook? Yeah.
Thick.
How many C's?
Dummy thick.
It's a dummy thick notebook.
That sounds at least 3 C's. Yeah, do you want me to describe the contents of the book, or would you like to?
You can.
So, in the book, there are a bunch of dates written in her writing, and they seem to just be going through checking each day. Just every day, there will be her writing down the date, and as you kind of thumb through it and look, sometimes there are gaps. Like it'll be the 23rd, and then suddenly it is the 27th when the next note is. These aren't too frequent, but they aren't rare either.
Could I discern? It would probably take time to figure out specifics, but how maybe if this has happened multiple times since we started working with Rosie?
Looking through the most recent dates, you would see the most recent date was before you all, or when you all were in the forest. And then after that, after about 10 days, it is now the current date.
Right, but before
So
this
is
instance.
there was not one before. There was not one when she was with you. Since you guys met up, this is the first instance.
Okay.
And I will note that this seems to be the longest period as far as the dates go. Usually it's been around like 2 to 5 days, but this one seems to be the longest so far.
It's pretty random looking.
Correct.
Okay.
You could attempt to roll a intelligence check to see if you can discern
Hey,
discern
Dan,
a
would you
pattern.
like to look at this book?
Sure.
Reds
Hey,
knows
what
her
about,
strengths.
There's a lot of numbers
About
and
calculator boy, the dagger.
Yeah, I'll get Cal out. Hey, buddy. I need you to do some math.
Pattern recognition.
shit. Isn't that what he didn't want?
Statistical analysis. Nah, he didn't want to do addition. Ain't that right?
I'd rather not tell you that 2 plus 2 equals 4. But yeah.
We know.
So you would just kind of hold out your hand, and you would just kind of see this liquid flow out from your arm. Do you form it into the dagger, or do you just let it do its thing?
I'll just let it do its thing.
All right. So it is going to essentially drip itself down onto the pages. They don't seem to be affecting the paper or the ink or anything on that, and it almost sort of just encompasses the book. And then after a few moments, it trails its way back up onto your hand, leaving the book still intact. I went through it. It seems that the periods are about once every month or so. There are periods where it is every 2 months, but that is rarer.
Okay. And we've known Rosie for how long?
About 2 months.
Okay. Well, share that with the party.
was that ooze?
All right, you have
For it not to be called an ooze. Please tell them that. You hear in your head, Dan.
I ignore him. We have bigger fish to fry, Cal. That was Cal. I'll just say.
A friend of yours?
Arcane intelligence is useful.
You hear a long,
I don't know
drawn
what
out
that is.
sigh in your head, Dan.
So yeah, seems like this is a monthly to bi-monthly thing. We just happen to catch Rosie during a good stretch.
Any correlation with the dates, times of the month, or anything like that? I was more thinking about like phases of the moon, but yeah.
Anything like that line up, David?
No, it is not Rosie's time
That's
of the
not what
month.
I meant.
Is it on a particular cycle?
Is there
One
any
might
regularity to the pattern beyond just monthly
Yeah.
or
Can
bi-monthly?
we preempt this, or is it pretty fucking random?
Within the Cal would note that within the month to 2 month cycle, it is random, but it does always happen within a month or two.
So the most we can anticipate is just within about a month of the last occurrence is when we should expect one,
We're probably good for at least 30 days.
give or take.
And then we start getting nervous after about a month or so when it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay, Rosie, I know you don't remember anything about the last 10 days, but in the interest of narrowing down what the hell caused this, what is the exact last moment you remember being Rosie? What was happening? What were we talking about?
I don't fucking remember. Chani personally does not remember.
I would say,
I remember.
I would
I
say
asked
Rosie.
this question last time.
It was
Or
the
on
moment
his
the
own
monster eyeballed everybody and
Mhm.
forced us to
Yeah.
do emotional
Oh.
wisdom saves.
Rosie,
Okay,
you would remember this. You know that all of your emotions or your group's emotions were being manipulated by this eyeball creature, and you remember being really distrustful of the group more than usual, and then that was that.
That's what I say.
Okay.
Overwhelmed
Rosie, your voice
by
got so much deeper.
a sense of suspicion, and that was it. Okay.
So maybe in moments of intense distress.
Now, out of curiosity, does anyone here have the spell detect thoughts? Does that go deeper than, like, just randomly talking here? Would that be able to do anything for us?
It's a good idea.
We could try it. Tomorrow.
Depends. Oh. Great.
I was expecting to need it, but
I mean, I feel like,
I could try it tomorrow.
This seems like a thing going on in her head, so.
Right.
Rosie, we didn't notice any actual physical changes between you and Camille, right? Camilla? Camilla? Camilla.
Kamala Anderson.
Yeah. So you didn't get stronger, but your character did get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
She carries herself with
It's all about confidence.
poise and strength. Sure.
Probably. Misplaced confidence.
Her posture's a lot better. That helps. As Camilla.
What's wrong with my
Just like-
posture?
Puts her back up.
You got the nerd hunch.
Rosie's leaning over benches all day.
Yeah.
Trying to get shit done on her artifacts and shit.
She doesn't know how to lift properly. Body mechanics. We got the name of an organization that this guy is associated with, right?
We got a. I thought it was a character's
I
name.
just got
You just got the
Azaf.
character name.
Yeah.
Azaf.
Right. I thought
Oh no, from the teller. Yeah, I thought.
the
Yeah.
teller gave us the name of the account that it was transferred, or not the account, but the institution that holds the account. It got transferred to.
No. What you got was a piece of paper that said who took the deposit, and then when you guys asked the teller who this was, they said, I can't reveal any more information about this person. Other than that they are the account holder.
Okay. Well, I could think of some spell scrolls we could steal that could give us some information.
We could just buy them. You guys have money, right?
Oh, speaking of which, I hand a small bag of 50 silver eagles to Dagram. Something to hold you over.
Appreciate that.
Yes, we appreciate your patience while we work through this problem.
Well, the money does seem interesting enough. Could accelerate my goals.
Yeah, so for reference, I think the Silver Eagles are platinum. So
Yeah. That's
So 500 gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could hit Tomasetti's. We could try and get a hold of some higher level scrolls. That's the thing. I'd rather take them than drop money on them, considering they are going to be expensive.
what
And-
scrolls?
Well, we could try and get a hold of a contact on their plane. We could ask, someone with an outside perspective who this fucking Azith is.
In Dagram, we could probably ask our contact.
That's true. He might know something,
That's true.
but also he's not anywhere close by.
I'm pretty sure he could make his way.
I mean, can he teleport? I don't know. I mean, I've been working with him for a little bit, but generally I go to him. He doesn't come to me.
I gotta ask
Either way,
Nina.
I mean, I still want to head back to known territory. So
Oh yeah.
We
I could ask around
could.
a bit too, see if anyone knows anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could go back to Dee Dee's warehouse and ask around there too. Oh no, the amethyst place. Well, we got the car. We gotta drop off the car anyway.
Do we? I mean, this is a nice
Uh,
car.
Yeah, it was to make sure that Daddy's daughter gets home.
Yeah, we should probably not anger
Right.
the mafia.
I mean, if the test takes longer than it was expected to, it takes longer. It's just that these things happen sometimes.
I mean, did you get the insurance?
It's their insurance. I don't fucking
It's
care
their
about the
car.
insurance.
It's not a rental. It's a lend.
A loner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, I
It's
don't
like-
want to ruffle their feathers at all.
They'll understand if we take a little longer getting her home safe. It's Rosie,
You're
right?
not wrong.
Rosie is important. Well, as far as
And
I know,
It's a
Rosie's
nice,
important.
it's a nice car. I feel like we could get some utility out of this thing.
You're not wrong.
So, sounds like we need to get out there and
Start asking questions.
yeah.
I would prefer to do it on home territory, but you know.
Yeah, what is this district we're in?
It's
Yeah,
the
we're-
Harmonia district.
Harmonia, excuse
yeah,
me.
I'm probably not gonna know anyone here.
Yeah, this isn't where I normally stalk.
Well, then I guess we just wait the night out and head home tomorrow.
Head home fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey,
We
Rosie,
do it. Oh,
We're not gonna
Yeah.
kill you.
Are you
We're
talking about-
mad. Yeah.
Oh.
Are we frustrated and angered? Yes. But now we're learning more about the situation. We're fine. Okay.
She doesn't believe you.
That's fine. She's not going anywhere.
No, her knees are to chest, and she's just curled up in a little ball.
He's curled around you.
Well, any food in this apartment?
I
There's
grab out
booze.
I grab out a ration out of my
There's
pack.
booze.
I mean,
Lots
I
of
eat some
booze.
pemmican.
Pemmican.
Fuck it, I'll have a drink.
I guess Dan will start mixing drinks.
You know that's going to be charged to the room.
It's an apartment.
Not my room.
It's not a
Oh,
hotel.
it's an apartment?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
This is an
Yeah,
apartment.
right.
31st floor.
Even Bruno would want to drink.
What are we
Been a
having?
week.
Something green.
I mean, I can tell you, there is at the very least scotch.
Scotch.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of different boozes in here. There's vodka, there's scotch, there's some beer in the fridge. It looks like these were fairly recent purchases, as the beer is still good in there.
I mean, Dan don't drink. It's really Dagger and Bruno and Rez, if anyone's drinking.
I'm not drinking.
All right, so Rez and Bruno.
More for me.
All right,
I think,
get some drinks.
I think
It's high
we
quality.
wait out the day. Yeah,
You can detect thoughts tomorrow.
keep an eye out the window just to see if anything's happening down in the streets.
Can a Warforged even get drunk?
No.
Strange.
Yeah, I can't say it's my favorite part of this whole situation, but there are other perks.
All right.
We wait.
Yep, you wait. And the day goes by. I would say there were less people around at the time when you first got into the apartment, as people kind of scattered, seeing a bunch of, flying fiends going around the area.
Sure.
Mm.
But that seems to have calmed down, and people are starting to come out of their apartments, out of the cars, kind of resume normal life.
Okay.
You see an occasional police car driving around. Seems like they're at least on high alert, but they don't seem to have any leads. They mostly just appear to be driving, looking. You riled up a hornet's nest, and that's about it.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
I don't know where we are.
It's true. So, day passes by without issue. Are you guys going to take watch? Eh?
Seems pretty.
I'm not too concerned.
Ah,
I mean, Dan doesn't sleep, so
that's true.
Bruno's definitely getting sleep tonight.
I'll take some amount of a watch.
Okay.
Given that Dan's not particularly perceptive, just in case.
this is fair.
True. Rosie, what you doing in all this?
Nothing.
Just keeping
Nothing.
yourself curled up?
Yep. Just
Okay.
trying to avoid everyone
That's
and
fair.
trying not to move and get stabbed.
You ever make it back to your bed, or do you just fall asleep with Bean?
I don't know if Rosie actually sleeps.
Oh, all right. So I would say for everybody who's taken a watch, give me some perception checks throughout.
Or maybe she'll eventually fall asleep, but she tries to stay awake.
Nice, Dan. You're number
Nailed it.
1. You got the number 1
I
roll,
nailed it.
right?
23.
Dan's doing so great, and then Rez is just fucking eagle eye over here.
Dan's too busy thinking.
Exactly.
To his head.
How do I get money back?
Where
The
could
gears
money
turning.
be?
Quite literally.
Where money? Okay, so Rez, I would say throughout the night,
I'll just
Fairly-
clarify. Sorry, I'd probably take my watch at like maybe 11 to 1 or something, just like
Yeah.
really late into the night, just to.
no, that's fine.
Okay.
So throughout the night, you would have a visitor. You would see a kind of shadowy, dark creature perch up on the balcony. Kind of get a little hint, as it seems like a lot darker from the looking outside. It's almost like there's just this shadow being cast over the outdoor window into the can't think of the word right now. Balcony. There we go. And you just kind of peek out, and you do see one of those Nabasus sitting on the balcony above you, just kind of looking out. And after a few moments, the shadow eventually overtakes this being, so it's more or less just a ball of shadow. And after a few quick flaps of its wings, it flies off. Seemed to still be out.
Seemed like it was just getting a vantage point. Or
That's
did it seem
what it appears
particularly
to.
like it wasn't like glancing in this apartment?
No, it was not.
Okay.
It was more just looking out. But otherwise, your watch goes by, no issue.
Okay. Toward the end of it, I'm going to bump Dan.
Hmm.
Dan.
Yeah.
Thought occurred to me, curious. If someone else in the group had been petrified instead of you, would you have afforded them the same courtesy, getting them unfrozen? It cost us 5,000 gold.
Depends who.
What was that last part?
Depends who.
That was me.
Oh no, I was
Dude,
talking
shit.
about what Rez said. I
I
couldn't.
said it cost us
understand.
5,000 gold.
5,000, Jesus.
And Bruno's been going on about trust and building camaraderie. So I want to know. Honestly.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I think early on, I might have pushed a little harder for it. You know, started this whole thing kind of swinging for the fences. Yeah, everybody's getting an even shake. Everybody's getting an even share. This is going to be a real fucking, straightforward operation. But it's been pretty bumpy. And I don't know. There's part of me that's a little disillusioned by the reality of trying to get a bunch of chuckle fucks to work together towards, common prosperity. It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, no kidding.
Are you guys whispering this conversation?
I'm probably just quietly talking in wherever Stan's sitting, the kitchen or the living room or whatever.
I'm just at the kitchen table.
Sure.
I'm always at the kitchen table. Yeah. I think if you had asked me that a month ago when that whole Orc Mafia thing was going on and I was kind of just taking the piss, felt like, probably not, no. And before that, probably.
And
I don't know right now.
You don't know. Well,
Things are really up in the air. I think it's a real fucking mess we're in right now. And I don't know how this is going to shake out. I'm a little worried.
truthfully, I'm a little worried about that answer. I think the only way we're getting through any of this is if we actually have each other's back. Because you're right, this is incredibly complicated now, and far more difficult than I think any of us expected.
I'm still reeling from the whole Gary thing. You know? And now we've got this situation with Rosie coming up, and I appreciate having someone like her around, right? She's sharp. She sees things.
She's very good at this, even though she doesn't want to be.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just worried. I'm like, what's next? This feels like, this isn't the end of complications. This feels like the beginning of complications. It's starting to spiral. And, Daggerm's here for who knows how long. I don't know if he's even remotely interested in what we're doing beyond just collecting his paycheck from being out in the wilds.
I do hope he sticks around. He seems capable.
I think it'd be useful, but, I don't know.
Well, if I ever get petrified,
I owe you one, for sure.
exactly. Give you like a light bump on the shoulder. Alright. I didn't see... Oh, actually, no. I did see one of those gargoyle things landed on the balcony over there.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think it was looking for us, though. It just kind of... It just looked like a bird perching for a few minutes.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to stick around this district longer than we have to tomorrow. The sooner we get moving, the better.
Definitely agree about that. Alright. I'm gonna turn it.
Get some sleep.
Okay.
All right. Who's taking next watch? Was it?
I don't think anyone is.
I think I was the only one.
I
Okay.
mean, Dan was going to, but he rolled a 1, so I'm guessing he just slept through it.
Dan is just
He's thinking.
in his head.
Yeah.
What's Rosie doing during all this?
Rolled up with Bean
Still?
in a corner, just kind of looking around every once in a while, watching people when they move.
Do you eventually fall asleep, you think, or are you going to stay up all night?
She'll probably eventually pass out, to her dismay.
Sitting in the same place, eventually you're probably going to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, after talking to Rez, and when she departs to go wherever she goes to take us,
Probably just go lay on the couch in the living room.
I'll glance over to Rosie, see what she's doing.
Honestly, she was probably just watching y'all's conversation.
Kind of awkwardly drum fingers on the table. And then we'll stand up and just kind of go over and sit down next to her.
You get mad side eye.
You don't get to side eye me. All right, you nearly got us into a whole thing with 10 fucking nabble whatsits this afternoon. All right,
You're
You
gonna
start talking,
tease
and
me,
Bean gives you a side eye too.
and then you're gonna kill me.
Rosie, do you really think that little of us that we would just kill you?
You literally said you were gonna kill me depending on my answers, and I have no answers. So,
Okay,
yes.
Rosie, if the answer you gave us was yes, actually, I've been working against you this whole time, and my dad's in on it too, and we just use you guys to make, $500,000 fucking gold for the Devil Mafia. Haha, go fuck yourselves. Yeah, maybe we decide, all right, Rosie dies and then her dad. But we didn't know what the answer was going to be, okay? You can't rule stuff like that out right off the bat. It's the first question, right? If we were in your position, right, and we'd fucked over you and your family, and we came out with that kind of answer, I mean, you'd be pissed. You'd probably consider it, right?
Narrows eyes.
Okay, so you know I'm right. Look, give us some credit, okay?
What is... Rez wanted to punch me.
Yeah, she was pissed.
Yeah.
And that's what she does. She punches people.
As she expresses her emotions.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Oh, I came over here because I wanted to ask if you heard any of that earlier. Any of what
Damn,
Rez...
could I hear that?
I wasn't being quiet about it, just talking in a lower voice.
I heard some of it.
What do you think?
About unpetrifying y'all?
No, just about the group right now. Like, Shit's pretty fucked.
Yes. It's a little bit. I don't know. Maybe you guys will just be super annoyed with me and don't want to deal with me anymore, and then I'll just go back to being alone again.
Do you want that?
No. But most people do leave eventually.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Yeah.
do you want that?
No. But I also, I have my concerns.
I mean, I think everyone's pretty concerned right now. Is where we're at. As angry as everyone was today, it's coming from a place of genuine concern.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Dagger, I still don't know about him.
I think he really wanted to kill me.
I think killing might just be his thing. I'm not sure yet. Like, he's like what? He's like a death cleric, right? Like he's got like a bone lord situation going on. There's like a lot of like graves and bones in his whole motif.
Yeah. He definitely wanted to kill me. And I think Rez did too.
I rolled a 2 on my perception.
You're busy looking at a bone.
No, I thought I heard my name. I was like, oh, it's just my mighty god speaking to me.
Yes, Merkel. Contemplate the bones again? Don't mind if I do.
This is a lovely bone you have, Merkel. Don't mind if I check on it.
For me, you shouldn't have.
Agrim's reading the boners.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the conversation at hand. I don't know what's happening right now. Honestly, I'm a little. Concerned. Torn, I guess. I don't know.
What are you torn about?
I mean, this whole thing with Camilla is concerning. And this is all coming fresh off the heels of the situation with Gary, which came fresh off the heels of our situation with you and your cop friend. I don't know.
To be fair, I didn't know he was a cop. He'd always been an adventurer. So that was news to me too.
Well, you remember how that all played out. So I'm just saying, like, I told Rez, when this whole thing started up, when I got everybody together, I was really kind of maybe a little naive thinking this was going to be a big happy crime family situation. But I don't know. I feel like there's definitely some investment here. Like, people want this to fucking work, but
I'm sorry I didn't tell y'all. I thought it kind of stopped. It'd been one of the longest times. And I was hoping it was done with.
Yeah.
Plus, it's not an easy thing to talk about. Hey guys, guess what?
That's fair. I mean, Rez hasn't really gone into much about this situation, right? With the whole the eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I hope when the time comes, or before that time comes, we do hear about it. Because if it's anything like Camilla, then it's going to be something that concerns everybody, right?
Yeah.
So you really don't want out of this? Like, you want to stick around with these fucking
Chuckle fucks.
these chuckle fucks? Yeah.
I mean, y'all are weird, but I enjoy your company. But I don't want to die.
I mean, I would say horribly dysfunctional, but, you know, weird's a good word for it. We want to be nice about it.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little dysfunctional. I can't talk to people.
Well,
I should probably tell you. Never mind.
tell me what?
Nothing.
Rosie.
Oh, nothing.
Rosie.
Nothing.
Rosie, no, this is exactly the kind of thing that we need to be talking about, okay?
No, it's really not that bad, I promise.
No, seriously though. Okay. This is what worries me about our situation. We have a real problem with communication. Okay? Bruno's been pointing at it for weeks. This is what everyone was very frustrated with about the whole Camilla situation. There wasn't communication, right? So like don't sit on stuff.
It's nothing.
If it needs to be talked about. Clearly it needs to be talked about.
It doesn't.
Rosie.
It's fine.
Rosie.
It's fine.
Rosie,
There's a blush on her cheeks now. No, she's like, I shouldn't have brought this up.
Rosie. If it's not as bad as the Camilla situation, then you could just say it. Just fucking
No.
come out and say it.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
Oh my god, woman.
Be the death of me.
I'm gonna punch you in a second.
No.
Okay? This is the problem. This is exactly what everyone's fucking frustrated with. You need to just tell us shit. What is it? Just say it. Just
Man.
rip the Band-Aid off.
The way you said it, Dan, it sounded like you just pulled out some 1940s woman.
Bruno is feeling the energy and is tossing and turning in the bed.
I mean, roll me a perception if you can wake up from this. From all this.
Roly.
Perception.
I rolled bad, so.
Bad.
Still bad.
Perception. A 7. I don't know why.
You're having a
In my
weird dream.
dreams.
You're having a weird dream.
Maybe Rosie would lie. What would Rosie say? What would she say to get out of this?
Rosie, just say it.
No.
I'm not being quiet.
No, that truth's too horrifying to say out loud. That's too horrifying. That's what she'll say. You're gonna judge me so hard.
Rosie,
And it was an accident.
you literally have a split personality living in your head that stole $500,000 gold from us. What could you possibly have to say that is more horrifying than that?
Ah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing, because it directly involves you. And then you're.
Wait, what?
Oh, nope, we're done.
What do you mean it involves me?
It doesn't involve you. I'm just kidding. I'm lying.
Rosie, this is exactly what everyone's frustrated by. Just fucking say it.
No.
I want to find out what the fuck it is tomorrow. I'm going to stand up and go back to the table. You mark my fucking words.
And then she'll flash her little ring at him.
Flash
Ha.
your light.
My little ring.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
Right.
taking that off tomorrow.
No.
We're trying to find out where the money is,
Well,
Rosie.
now you're trying to do something else. So
Well-
no.
We're yelling at this point, so somebody's awake.
And then as we're yelling,
Kinda
Rosie will
late.
very subtly say, "I told your mom we're dating."
You what?
What? We're good.
Rosie. Damn.
Everybody is awake now if you start yelling.
So everybody woke up
What?
just before she said that.
Fuck.
She mumbled it. She was like, "Hubba dubba."
do I need to prep another zone of truth?
Are you doing a perception to see if you heard what I said?
I mean,
I'm just
I don't. I'm
responding.
not sure what you said, but I think I know, but I don't know for sure. It was a 4.
It
25.
was a 4.
I'm very concerned.
Did I make it out?
13.
I'm pretty sure Rez and Bruno would probably make that out.
What was it? I didn't really catch it in real life.
Oh, it was the whole scene at the church where she basically told Dan's mom they were dating, but without telling. It just kind of happened. That one.
It's-
Whatever.
she's attracted to robots.
You told Dan's mom you two were dating?
She what?
That's it.
I'm going back to bed.
Rosie. Oh my fucking god.
Her face is red. Just,
Is it Rosie?
Congratulations.
it's real rosy. Probably more
Oh,
beet
shit.
red than rose. It's an accident. I wanted to say hi, and then I brought her flowers, and then she's like, "Oh my God, are you like dancing?" And then I was like, I paused, and then I struggled to say anything, and then all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, you must be his lady. Oh, come in, come in." And then I had dinner with her, and it just got really out of hand, and I didn't know what to do. I just kind of went with it. I panicked. You know, like when you're frozen and then everything's happening around you? That was me. And it was terrible. And I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Okay.
Cal.
What?
Make a note and remind me to find this woman a fucking therapist, please.
Does he
I
say
know
that
Cal
out
was-
loud?
He is saying that
No,
quietly to
that
Cal.
was really-
Perception.
No, that's so. Whenever he talks to Cal, that's a mental thing, right?
Yep.
I mean, you could, if I recall correctly, you can talk to it or talk to it mentally, whichever you prefer.
Are you saying that out loud or mentally?
No. No, I'm telling Cal. Just,
He's putting a reminder in his iPhone.
yes. Reminder.
I thought you were gonna be like, Cal, go stab her. Cal, kill.
This was too
Pocket
much.
dagger.
We're gonna get this woman some communication training.
We can all use that, to be honest.
Group therapy session.
Group therapy with the party.
Go to a relationship
It's not our
counselor.
problem; it's her problem.
And if you're looking for one, I do know one in the Ventura district.
Yes, thank you. Please, their number. Remind me when we get back to call them.
I will remind you.
I think we sleep, DM.
Yeah, it sounds like this is burning out here.
I was like, I'll just have a quick conversation with Dan. All right, and it's been 20 minutes.
Hey, it's character building.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's important.
I just gotta sit back and let you guys do it. Anyways,
Oh.
go
Real
ahead.
quick. Can I roll to see if Dan's mad? Or does he look mad?
Is he
He's got
hiding
ro-
it?
He's got robot face. He doesn't look
I
like
don't know.
anything.
Does he seem like he's fuming inside? That's what I
Is there
want to
steam
know.
There's
coming out of his
steam.
ears?
Yeah, just
It's a very thin, just waft fucking smoke off the top of his head.
He's mad, Rosie.
She says from the other room.
Yeah. Just yell from the couch.
I don't ask that out loud though.
Oh.
So I'm trying to figure it out.
Yes, but someone's very perceptive.
Well, I can't read minds, but
Can read body language.
Oh fuck. Oh, it's a nat 20 plus 4.
Well, Dan, how you feeling?
He's definitely just like, what the fuck?
Could you cook an egg on him if an egg was put on your head?
No.
Not that hot
More
yet.
weight. Right, just more weight on life right now.
Yeah. It's just everything's just a lot. I'm just like,
Rosie's just gonna go grab the bottle and drink it until she falls asleep.
so
Did you
morning.
grab the beer or the alcohol?
Alcohol.
All right.
She wants to wash away that memory.
This as I described before, this is strong stuff, so you're gonna get like halfway through the bottle and then just drop it and conk out.
Great.
This is
She's
very
probably
strong
like drinking it and just be like, "Bleh."
Anyway,
Every
through
chug
the
is
night.
just ugh.
Yeah. Oh, this
Through
is
the night.
disgusting.
All right. Through the night. Night goes through. You wake up with a little bit of a hangover, Rosie. But everybody is awake in the morning.
I'm prepping some spells.
Okay?
Same.
Damn breakfast. Waffles.
I'm gonna look for a waffle iron.
Oh.
I'll warn you,
I'll
Bruno,
still-
I don't know how to make waffles. I just like them.
That's okay.
I can make waffles if you want.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Rosie will make waffles.
Making some waffles. Have a How's that? What's that? AAA?
Make sure she doesn't poison them.
That's a good question.
DM, while she's
Yeah.
making waffles, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh shit.
Got the ring of mind shielding on, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's why I can't ping her, but I can ping all of y'all.
Bruno, while she's making waffles, go take her ring.
Because that went so well last time. Bruno tried to take a ring. He woke up the angry shopkeeper dwarf.
I'd rather not stoke fires. I'm pinging back. I'd rather not stoke fires.
Ugh.
Need to have a
Rosie, don't
foundation of
forget,
trust.
later we need you to take off that ring so we can see if we can find out what Camilla knows.
Avoids eye contact, nods her head.
Okay.
Okay, so how's the general mood as breakfast is being made?
Very
I
awkward.
mean, diagram's fine.
We're very awkward for Rosie. She's
Sure.
having a bad time. She's probably drinking again, honestly.
It'll help with the hangover.
Exactly.
It only postpones it.
It's true.
It's okay. She'll
If
take
you
it.
never sober up, you never have to deal with the hangover.
Exactly. That's Rosie's mood right now.
And she really is turning into a Lauren. Anyways, moving on. Breakfast is had. Spells are prepped. What's y'all's plan?
Go home.
I'm
Prep
gonna,
more spells.
I'll peer out the balcony, just take a look for 10 minutes, see if I see any more of those flying things.
Okay, so I imagine you finish your breakfast fairly quickly, or you're just eating it
I'll
while
probably
you're
just eat
while
on
you're
the
watching out.
balcony.
There you go. And yeah, looking through. Do you want to roll for it or just go off passive?
I'll roll for it. Oh, I'm glad I did. 29.
29. Okay. So I would say on a 29, you would see you are fairly high up. You can see over several apartment complexes. Some you can't see over. They're taller than this than where you're at still, but you would see quite a ways away. You do catch the occasional set of black wings trailed by this dark trail following. So they do still seem to appear like they are aft.
Are they anywhere near us, or are they like scoping a different block? Like, are they just
They're-
kind of
they
like, going
seem-
through the city?
They are basically combing this city, but they have not. They are far away from.
Okay, so they're not onto us. It seems like. When I'd finish, I'd walk back in and just say, "I would propose we detect thoughts before we leave this district, just in case."
Yeah, fair. Rosie, you ready?
She'll just slide off the ring and drop it into your hand.
Oh.
So we're gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Are you willing or unwilling?
So initially, I see her surface thoughts, and then as an action, I can push deeper,
This should
which
be interesting.
requires her to make a. Where is it?
It's a wisdom save.
Yep, Wisdom saving throw.
Can she willingly allow someone in?
Yeah, I could
Willingly fail.
I'm not being secret about it.
So,
Okay.
what do I see in Rosie's mind?
Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I can't look at Dan. Oh my god, he's in my fucking head, bruh. End me. There you go.
So I'm going to say Camilla, who is Azith.
I'll willingly fail.
What happens looking deep at her thoughts when I say those words?
That might be a
When-
DM thing.
Yep.
When you say those words, you do get the image of Rosie thinking about these thoughts and her opinions on those, but she doesn't seem to know much of that. But you get no response from Camilla. You don't feel another presence, so to say.
Camilla, are you hiding from me right now?
I'm just failing all the saves, DM, so.
I think it's just one save, right?
You do not sense any presence other than Rosie's. You do not get any answers. You do not get anything else other than what Rosie is currently.
Dan's kind of cute. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, is there what other thoughts are in there, Rosie?
Well, presumably he gets access to Rosie's deep thoughts, at least.
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe subconsciously she might think that. Who knows?
Uh-oh.
Rosie.
What?
Is Rosie thinking about when she installed Dan's new body?
Yep.
I mean, Rosie is the technophile.
Oh, shit.
Dan just like very uncomfortably covers his mouth.
I'm just kidding. She doesn't go that far. I promise.
Rosie.
Dave's just gonna end the spell. Yeah, she's not in there.
What do you mean she's not in there?
It's just Rosie. I couldn't feel anything coming from another mind or personality or whatever.
That's concerning.
I would like it to be known that Rosie definitely was not thinking about the installation. That was just funny, and I wanted to say yes.
It's too late. It's canon.
It's canon. Dan's
Peter,
avoiding
cut this
eye
part out of the recording.
Dan's avoiding eye contact with you now. Yeah, no. Camilla did not reveal herself or anything she knows. So
So
that's a
would
bust.
this be a sort of possession?
I don't know. You're a priest. You can break curses, right?
I didn't prep that.
You still haven't finished your waffles. You can prep it.
These are pretty tasty. Wouldn't a ring of mind shielding prevent possession?
If it happened before she got it, maybe not.
It's true.
Weird. I could prep my remove curse, but I'd have to get rid of my bestow curse.
Oh no.
We're gonna be in the car for 8 hours today.
That's fair.
For longer than that.
Oh, right.
Today.
We're gonna be driving for most of the day.
Oh, I hate this part.
Oh, you're flying.
Somebody's driving the old car.
Just be glad we're not walking and having to do exhaustion checks all the time.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna be taking the long route. At least one person.
Wait, what do you mean?
Someone
old
has to
car.
take the regular car.
Yeah. Well, okay, I prepped remove curse. I'm gonna point it at Rosie and just kind of gesture at everything.
It's all of this. Just get rid
Yeah.
of it.
Shrugs.
Heartful.
That's
Okay.
a 3rd level spell slot, though.
That's fine.
Is there anything meaningful? Anything interesting that happens?
You watch a swirl of your magic kind of go up and around her, starting at her feet, just kind of swirling around all of her before it vanishes up at the top. Doesn't feel like you pulled anything out.
All right, then I'm gonna cast one more spell. And I'm going to cast clairvoyance, and I'm going to target where I saw the guard standing inside the bank, and I'm going to choose hearing. I'm going to see if I hear anything related to what happened yesterday.
So are you targeting the area where the guards were on the inside of the
On the inside, yeah,
like
yeah,
behind
the
behind the tellers? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
And there goes my 3rd level spell slots.
Surely we won't need them today, right?
Now, technically, it has to be within a mile, but I assume that we're, within a mile or so. Are we within a mile?
It didn't take you too long to get back to your place, so yeah, I'd say we're within a mile for convenience sake.
Oh, you know that spell. It's a good spell.
It's a good
Clairvoyance
spell.
is good. I'd
Do you
like
think
take
we
out
could
a.
destroy this apartment?
Hmm?
Do you think we could destroy this apartment?
Destroy it?
Mm-hmm.
Why destroy it?
Because fuck this bitch.
Well, we have the keys now. And I have the password to the front door, which she doesn't know
How long does that arcane lock stay there?
until it's dispelled.
But she probably knows
Okay.
that she did that, so I can get someone to dispel it.
Why would she know?
Why would
Because
she
you
know?
don't know what she does.
True.
No, that's,
She didn't
no,
know
see,
who any
that's
of
the
us was.
problem. No, I believe that was the problem. She does know, Rosie does not.
Hmm. But yes, the clairvoyance.
So clairvoyance. You cast that in the area where the guards were. Let's see. It's an invisible sensor.
It can be seen by see invisibility and true sight,
Yeah.
which is a little weary, but they can't really tell where it came from. They can just see that they're being scryed upon if they have true sight.
So you would hear the following from the guards. You do hear a bit of back chatter just with the tellers talking with the patrons of the bank.
Mhm.
But you are able to focus occasionally on the guards as they talk. And they say, did either of you get a good look at him? I didn't see anything by the time I got out there. We got a chance to get him on the sensors, so we got a clear picture of him. That's what we got the flying bats out there looking for. But they should be able to find something by this point. Surprised they haven't really. Yeah, those guys work pretty good. They kind of creep me out though. Yeah, well, it's a good security measure.
You're gonna have to keep
Pretty
going for 10
expensive, too.
minutes because we got this lasts for 10 minutes.
I'm not going to go for 10 minutes, but more or less what you will get out is, yeah, it looks like there were some sensors in the bank that alluded to have revealed in some way, shape, or form who you were. You couldn't really pinpoint that, whether it's a image, a picture, vague description of them, anything like that.
Did they say how many people were they looking for?
So they are looking for 6 people
Oh, great.
because they know that your group came in.
Okay.
So
There's 6 of us.
yeah, and I will say, they do believe that that the goblin that came in is the one that's on the wanted poster.
Interesting. I will share this information and let Bruno know that apparently you're wanted. Oh yes, I knew you were wanted. Yeah, they knew that.
That's true.
They're connecting things. They might raise your bounty.
Sweet.
That'll be good to see.
But now we're all tied to that bounty, potentially. So, just something to know.
So for the 10 minutes, is there anything else that you're wishing to glean, or more just listening into the guards?
I mean, it depends on what they're actually going to say, but generally speaking, so they still have some Nabasu out?
Yes, you would gather that as well, that the flying bats, as they described, are still out looking for it, and they are a bit surprised as to that they have not found you all yet.
Okay. And then I'm curious if they said anything related to suspicions of mafia stuff. Like if they think it's a mafia, like blaming a mafia for this, or if they think it's an independent actor. If they say that,
Yeah.
This is just a question.
I would say they don't directly say it, but from what you can glean, it just seems like, by their definition, just a couple of punks. It didn't seem like they were referencing or thinking it was anything mafia related.
They didn't find us very impressive, guys.
Good.
But to be fair, we did just knock everyone out and leave. But we should keep our heads down while we're in this district. As I put up my hood.
And we're literally getting in the cars and leaving. So
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No stopping at gas stations. And if you do,
What if we need gas?
Nope.
Do you know how cars work?
here's the real question: who's taking the our car?
Not it.
I can't drive.
Do it.
Literally can't drive.
Ew.
Dan or
Someone can
Dagram?
sit next to me and make sure I don't go somewhere I'm not supposed to go.
I can be a companion. I could be a co-pilot.
All right, Bruno. Oh, can
I
I
was
have
like, I
my
never
ring
get the
back?
front seat.
Yeah,
Can
got
I
all-
have
Bruno's with
my
her,
ring
sure, why
back?
not?
I'll go with just so that it's not an uneven split.
Could I have my ring back?
Oh, right, yeah. Here.
It's just me and the bone
Pop
guys
that
for
back
3
on.
days.
Yo, AAA, I got this sick bone. You want to see it?
Poor Rez.
Yeah, it's this bone of this creature you can only find in the astral plane. It's super cool.
Do you think I enjoy bugs just because I'm in
I mean, you're made of bones.
So
I
are
thought
you.
could... No, I'm not. Well, okay. Fair.
Touche.
You're technically correct.
You can't confirm that yet. Don't try though.
Turns out he's a jelly man.
I mean, back at the warehouse?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And in the car, Rosie will apologize to Bruno. So we'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. It's hard to tell someone that you don't remember days of your life.
I can understand, and I'm willing to accept it. Just as long as you can understand us being a little pissed off.
I get it. I just thought you guys were all gonna kill me.
Bro,
So
you
we
gotta
hope-
give us some credit. We're not just gonna kill you for no reason.
With everything that has gone on.
I gave you plenty of reason. The alter version of myself stole $500,000 from y'all.
Right,
What
but you're-
more reason could you need?
With everything
Okay.
else that has gone on, I would hope that you would see that yes, we get mad, but you're part of the group. You're part of the in crowd, so we're willing to give more effort into not killing.
Remember, her whiz and int are, or her whiz and charisma are dump stats. So like,
Yeah.
She's smart. Not
she's
smart
logical.
with people. Yeah, not
She's
smart with
smart,
people.
but not wise.
Yeah.
So I hope we're on a better field now, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's fucking, as a group, do the thing with the mouth of the talking. I'm not
Get our
saying
money
you have to
back.
confess everything. Help us, help you, help us to get the goddamn money back.
It is your money.
Have literally no money right now, so yeah, I know.
Either way, we will get through this. We will get our pay, and then we can continue on with the next thing that ever happens, because it will.
So, Bruno, I already asked Rosie, what do you think of Dagger?
It's a bone thing. It's a bone thing.
Yeah,
But I think that's religious.
yeah.
And he said I was the death bringer. So I mean, I'm a fan.
Yeah, but then you said that was Rosie.
Oh yeah. I realized I clarified.
Oh,
But
I'm
you
not in
still
your
call me.
car. I'm just.
Oh no. Yeah. Like I know I clarified with you, but like you still thought I was the shit.
It's true.
I forgot
I'm a
about the
fan.
Deathbringer thing. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he might stick around then for that.
Yeah. And we both have the same connection. So
That's true too.
And
Mm.
what did you hear in my thoughts if it wasn't Camilla?
Just Rosie thoughts.
like what? Because sometimes I don't know what I'm thinking about.
You know.
Did you pick up anything?
Make it canon.
Did you just say Rosie thoughts again?
I just said you know.
I don't know. What? No.
Just very pointedly looking at her like.
It's just like, what the
There's a
fuck?
lot going on.
I'm so confused. What did you hear?
We'll talk about it later.
I just look at Bruno, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm just sipping on this tea.
We drive.
All right,
You
that's
drive.
it. Take us to the warehouse.
Okay, so on your way, you are able to get out of the. Oh, excuse me. You're able to get out of the Harmonia district nice and easy for both cars without much issue. You do occasionally spot a flying fiend in the distance, but they seem distracted for whatever reason. Don't really pay much attention to you all. From that point, you get out of the Harmonia district, and a few days later, you will make it back to your warehouse.
Home sweet home.
Well, this is
And
the
my
place,
spell slots are
Dagwood.
back.
Yes, it has been.
I think we've
2
been here
days.
once.
Yeah.
have
I've
you
seen
been
this
here?
place before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys checked to see if the ping pong table was intact.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's a lovely place.
I think there's an extra office in the upstairs area if you need somewhere to sleep.
Noted.
Going.
What was that?
The room on the right is mine. Please don't go in there.
Very well.
So I'd say, like I did describe, it was about 2.5 day drive for flying. So the flying car group would be here before the land car.
Oh.
2 days later, the land car would get.
Never mind. I never say that to you.
I would.
I go in her room.
I never got told no.
Oh, what's this room? No, I mean,
I would drop the other car off with the Devil Mafia.
Okay.
Just to make sure that it's all square.
Get Pappy's kid back?
Yes.
All safe and sound, not missing any fingers or toes?
Nope. We would still like to have a conversation with him as soon as possible, though.
As soon as we hear from him, we'll be in contact. Don't you worry.
Great.
Kept his kid safe. I'm sure he'll be happy about that.
Yes. I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say. And I'll spend 2 days with the Bone Boys.
Yep. We can play some ping pong, and I'll cast Bane on you.
She'll punch you until you're unconscious. We get back to ping pong tables broken.
Now I need to keep his concentration.
All this blood everywhere.
Okay. I'll cast Bless on myself.
If only you could put Sanctuary on the ping pong ball.
No, yep. It's not a creature.
Yep. If only.
You just like, I have to succeed a wisdom saving throw to hit the ball. Otherwise, I have to target something else.
Anyway.
All right, so you guys all get back safe and sound. It's a new day. What's your plan now that you're back home?
What is the plan?
I mean, it sounds like we're waiting.
Waiting until...
Sounds like we can go ask our contact anything, and then we can
yeah.
go ask
Yeah, we were gonna ask around.
Rosie's Mafia, anything. I'm sure Vinny doesn't want to see us, so we don't have to talk to them.
I don't think they'd know anything anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll all go independently ask around to our contacts. DM.
Okay.
I guess we're looking for what, the name Azath?
Yep.
I would probably ask about Azath and Camilla.
Are you reaching out to just kind of like your same people who got you that house?
Yeah,
kind of
no
thing?
one in particular, just the random people that, low-level grunts that I've worked with that I know kind of where they hang out.
Random people on the street.
Yeah. No, not random people on the street.
And me and Bruno are probably going to go to Alexander Andre.
Hey.
I can tell
just
you.
double A, not triple A.
Okay, so as you go out, I will say for double A, he is only available during night. You would know that. So during the day, it would be Rez, Dan. Who else is going? Rez, Dan, triple A. Anybody else want to, or who all is wanting to check their contacts that would be available during?
Rosie has no contacts.
Okay.
I think she'd want to go to her apartment and get new clothes.
Okay. That's fair. So Rosie's doing her thing.
I swear to God, I'll be at my apartment.
Which god?
Yours, Merkel.
Oh, all right.
That is not a god you want to piss off.
Yeah.
I'll trust you.
Okay, so Rez, I would say with your contacts, are you trying to reach out to any of the contacts that were with any of the mafia groups by chance, or just like your contacts that got you the Heidi house?
I think I would just put out a general word that Rez is looking to get in touch with... I guess they wouldn't call me Rez, they call me Vila. Is looking to get in touch with Camilla or Azath. Preferably Azath. And I would try and work that up the chain to Apollo if possible.
Okay.
But I don't have direct contact info for Apollo.
Yeah. Plus. Plus. Okay. I would say, Rez, you would get the word out. There would be a few people who would be like, "No, I have no idea who you're talking about," but I'll forward it on, more or less. So I'd say you're probably not going to get anything today,
That's fine.
but you are putting out the feelers, so to say.
Just trying to see what I can get. And once I'm done doing that, I'll just head back to the warehouse.
So then, Dan, are you trying to find anybody?
I'm calling Nina.
Nina? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so call Nina. You looking for either of those guys? I'm sorry, I don't really know too much about them.
Well, if you could get a hold of somebody who does and point them in my direction, that would be great.
I mean, yeah, if I can find anybody, I'll let you know.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Okay, bye.
You have a good relationship
Top
with her.
tier RP right there.
All right. So, anybody else for the day? All
I
right.
don't believe so.
So if that's it, then during the night, Bruno and Dagrim are going to reach out to their contact, Double A, in his usual spot. As I've described before, he seems to come out of the shadow and greet you all with a grin. Well, I never thought I'd see you two together, but here we are. What can I do for you?
I look at Bruno.
We're looking for some information.
Depends on the information, as you know. Some is cheap and some is expensive.
We're looking for some information about a gentleman or a gentle person. Aslith?
Azath. Azath.
Yeah.
When the villain is unpronounceable.
Just call him Ass.
Ass.
Close enough.
Double A. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I might be able to get some info on that name, but I'll be honest, that's not a cheap one.
But you've heard of him.
Cheap one.
Yeah,
Maybe I have.
Give me a round figure.
How much you want to know?
Good question.
Fucking
How much you
hilarious.
selling?
And so I mean, like look through my bag, my bag of holding with my coin.
Got about 350.
Actually,
Uh,
I want to know if there's any relation with a Camilla, and what the relation is, please.
That kind of info. Tell you a little bit about him, but to see if he's got anything on this Camilla that you're talking about, it's going to take a little time.
That's fine.
The demon. For the rest, I need 1,000 gold.
Done. And I hand him equivalent to platinum.
gold.
You see it clink into his hand, and it just kind of vanishes as each coin hits his palm, almost going inside the shadow.
It's concerning.
Not one to be trifled with. If you're looking for a fight, he is well guarded. He's also part of a mafia.
Which
Tell
one?
by the fact that he's a demon, I'm pretty sure you can connect the dots.
No, that's not true.
Nah.
There's
one
I'm
case.
doing it.
There's one case.
That's racist.
Gary poking through.
Yeah.
Apparently.
An elf with an orc. Anyway. Okay.
Know anything else about him?
Whatever you can give.
Well, you said that there was 1,000 gold to get the connection between Camilla and Azath, right? Like figure out a connection
That'll
between
get
them?
to you in a bit.
Okay. So preliminary information: he's a demon that works for the demon mafia,
Well,
as
got
far as we know.
It's pretty clear. How high of the rank he is, not even I know. If I were to find that out, I'm gonna get myself vanished, if you know what I mean.
I worry of that too.
Now, don't go poking around him too hard, or else that might happen.
Can't promise
That's
you too
awkward.
much.
Yeah.
We're looking at like a good $250,000 with him.
I look at Bruno confused.
That's good bit of coin.
Yeah, that's why
See
we're
why you
little
wanted to pick a
interested.
fight with that.
Oh, we weren't actually interested in it. It's just one thing led to another, and I mean, it's why I'm even here.
True.
Well, you two are pretty similar. I don't like your money.
Money is a powerful tool.
It is. But I'll see what I can find for you about Camilla.
Appreciate it.
Any info
Anything
would
else?
be useful.
Anything else is going to cost you more, but for now, we're paid up.
All right. That's all I got.
Yeah. Nice seeing you again, Double A.
Same to you, Bone Man.
That's my calling card.
As he says that, he just slinks into the shadows and disappears.
So spooky.
I have dark vision.
As
it
I've
didn't work
described
last
before.
time. Yeah, it
You
doesn't
can
work.
see the darkness, but it's like you see the shadow, and it's almost as if like he's just disappearing into the shadow, like he's walking into it almost,
Interesting.
and he
Noted.
just vanishes.
It's a neat trick.
Probably cast gaseous form.
Anyway. All right, I'll
We hit
relay
the-
the preliminary info to the group.
Yep.
The Demon Council.
Fuck.
Demon Mafia.
It's the same thing.
That just made our money a lot harder to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I don't even have any connections there.
Yeah, you do now. Oh, you mean like to talk to? We do, but we gotta wait for him.
Oh, you mean Andre?
I'm honestly
I guess I
confused.
meant other connections.
I do have a direct contact with the Demon Council, but they haven't talked to me in a while, so I might be able to get some info. Hopefully.
Also, I let them know that I lied about the amount that is floating between us.
I was confused about that.
It's basic. You never give the full amount.
Probably a good decision. Well,
I
are we
always
going?
do that.
Are we going back to waiting for Daddy?
Yeah, we should wait for Daddy.
Rosie's just chilling at her apartment.
Playing with Bean.
Yep.
Gosh darn it.
The joke is back.
This
I'm
was
gonna-
always the joke.
I'm gonna fashion the one sending stone that I got into a necklace, so it's always ready to be listened to.
All right, we forgot that we got those.
Oh, we got one.
What
Oh,
kind of
no, yeah,
necklace?
we get more. What?
What kind of necklace were you talking about?
I'm just a jank necklace to hold the stone, the sending stone.
Ah, okay.
So I am ready to receive.
Got it. Okay. I just didn't catch the first part. That's all.
Some people.
Okay.
So yeah, we can kind of just sit on our thumbs until we get
Till something comes
contacted.
Mhm. Okay.
3 months goes by.
David, we want Daddy back now, please.
Mr. Bum Bum.
Daddy's not coming back.
Triple A does not sit on his on his thumbs because they're bony.
I mean, I don't know if you'd even feel it.
through. You would point that out.
He's got the flattest of ass.
Dude, your ass is so bony. What ass?
It's so flat, it's negative. Okay, so a few days go by, waiting to hear from the precious Daddy. AAA, we just lost. Oh, there he is. Waiting to hear from Daddy Iodog, but
Well, or anyone.
yes, or anyone. And I will say, after about 3 days, not really hearing anything. You guys are... Rosie's in the apartment, if I recall correctly, and the rest of you all are in the warehouse.
Yep.
So, I would say, Rez, you would feel a presence among the warehouse that you have felt briefly as you kind of look behind you, and standing in the center of the warehouse, just kind of looking around in a very sharp pinstripe suit, a man starts walking over to you.
What kind of man?
Yeah.
Human.
Oh my god.
Oh, my name is Hugh. Hugh Man.
Can the rest of us see him? Or no?
You see Rez kind of turn around, and you just kind of look to see where she's looking. Not seeing it, but you hear a pitter-patter of footsteps.
Goggles.
I see. I'll cast see invisibility
Okay.
on myself.
I flip goggles.
You
Now
flip
can
the
we
goggles
see?
on, cast the spell. You still see nothing.
Whoa.
Well, that's confusing.
Uh,
There goes my spells. This is level 2 spell slow.
well, I was just gonna assume everybody else can see him. Apollo, I take it?
Never confirm nor deny these things.
Understandable. Do you have information?
I do. The question is, why should I give it to you? Someone who can't even get a job right.
Look, we both know that was out of my hands. You've made that very clear.
And that is more or less why we've kept you out of our hands as well.
Look,
But you seemed desperate with this request.
I know better than to hide anything from you, okay? We clearly need the information because we have a lot of money tied up in Azath. Anything you could share would be incredibly helpful. And for the record, we don't have to come at this guns a-blazing. This is a complicated scenario, and depending on the context, things could go a lot of different ways.
I think we can all agree about that. So what is in it? What is in it for me? Information is very valuable. Gold is very valuable. So why should I give my time?
Well, I'd offer you money, but that's kind of what we're trying to get out of this, so that seems counterproductive. If you'd trust me to do a job, I'd be willing to, and with the right wording, I might be able to convince some of my allies to help. It really depends. We're trying not to piss off everyone.
Noble goal, but almost impossible.
Seems like we can't do a job without making a new enemy.
Three pillars don't really care for intervention or new people trying to sprout up, so it is a bit hard for newcomers to get their foot in the door.
Lesson we've
For
been
good
learning.
reason. Though I must admit, you have been quite successful in the routes that you have forged yourself. Going through Duskhorn, stealing from general shops, stealing even from Tasha's tinctures, or Tomosetti's tinctures, gosh darn it. Tomosetti's tinctures is quite the list. And yet you still have not gotten caught.
We've had some close calls. I suppose things have been going fairly well. It hasn't felt like it, but maybe that's just because it's been so stressful. You are right, though, that we're fairly desperate in this circumstance. And I can't offer you anything beyond work. I don't think there's anything I know that you don't.
He kind of nods knowingly and just sighs. Let me talk it over. See if we can't get you another chance. Do this for us. We'll talk.
I look forward to hearing back.
And as you say that, you watch him
sink into the ground, disappear.
So did the whole group just hear that half of the conversation, or my half of the conversation, basically?
I was about to ask that.
So you did hear the footsteps, and you could hear him talking as well.
Oh, but they couldn't see him with the invisibility.
Correct.
What the fuck?
Well, that just goes to show how dangerous these people are.
Is that?
An old contact. I'd never seen him before. He was,
Neither have we.
Right. Yeah, well, now you know why. He was, directly tied to Zada, the person I used to work with for the Demon Council. Like I said, though, we used to just do grunt work, basically. He seems impressed with us, though. And if we want to, get information about Azath via this method, he's going to want work.
Hmm. And we did already pay, what was it, AA?
Well,
Do we need more information?
It depends on what AA comes up with.
Yeah, I would say more information is better than not more.
But redundant information isn't useful.
well, we know for a fact that Apollo's information is going to be quite accurate, given his status within the Demon Council.
But is there any way we can act on it?
I think, given the potential value of what he could tell us, we should make sure it's actionable information if we're going to do work.
The one thing that comes to mind is that if this person just got a 400 and however much money bonus, it's a pretty simple thing to just put in a hit on people that are investigating.
Well, we'll see how well that goes for him.
Put up enough money, you get some pretty big takers.
We'll figure it out.
Well, we can't act on anything right now anyway. They have to do some deliberation, apparently. So we can still wait for your guys' contact.
All right. And scene.
So, continuing on. Takes about another day, and in the middle of the night, you get a triple knock at the door.
Well, I'm not gonna answer it.
Did
I'll go
anybody
answer.
go and get Rosie from her apartment?
That's a good question.
That's on you.
I will answer.
We're leaning trust to
Trying to be
you.
trusting, Rosie.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I was just curious if anybody's like,
She's having separation anxiety.
all right, well, then I'm just still at my apartment chilling, so.
I mean, I have the highest passive, so I'd probably hear it and go get the door.
Okay. As you open the door, a pool of shadow is at the stair step outside the door, and as the shadow evaporates, a letter.
I assume I'm aware of how Bruno's contact works, or would he have shared that or no? The fact that his contact is like a shadow man.
You know, I don't think I would have shared that because I wouldn't have thought to.
Okay, then I will take
Yeah.
the letter and read it.
Okay.
Oh, that was I door dashed that. No.
So, opening it up, you would see, "Dear Mr. B,"
Oh.
and Mr. D. The info regarding Camilla. And reading through, it gives small pieces of info about this person. They apparently are a sleeper agent under protection of Azaf. Sent to get as much money as she can to periodically give to Azaf, who does with it what they will. You will also note that Camilla is very frequently unavailable, typically about every 1 to 2 months. When they are available, they reach out to Azaf and get a new assignment.
Huh.
I'll go wake up.
Are you sharing that
Mr.
information, Rez?
Yes, I'll go wake up Mr. B and Mr. D. You guys got a letter?
I think Riz just froze.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
It's not me this week.
that's true.
Oh, man, I'm on the edge of my seat.
what you gonna say?
I think the stream's even.
Yep, it's done.
Well, yeah, he's
Internet?
Oh, he's back.
Did I come back?
Yeah.
Yes, you are
Yes.
back.
I see you.
Just an internet hiccup.
I was going to say one last thing. On the paper, the last bit of info that it would have is there are not very many records of a Camilla in Fortuna that fit this description. The only the closest one that they could find was a newspaper article detailing a child named Camilla being killed in an accident.
Oh boy.
Rosie's
Oh,
undead.
I don't know what you guys heard, but all I said was I wake up Bruno and Dagger to get
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
I asked if you shared the information, then you went silent.
Oh.
And we're like, oh, God.
It's like, no, I don't tell them anything.
Burn the letter.
Bruno takes out a little detective notebook.
So, did we tell Rosie?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe not about the last part.
That
Yeah,
might
you're-
be pretty relevant. And if there's shit she hasn't told us yet about herself that this maybe has credence with, I think she probably should know.
Also, that would assume that he's with the demon mafia, most likely. And then on top of that, he's a sleeper agent underneath the devil mafia's right-hand man.
So, Camilla.
Yeah, that's not good for her.
Yes.
That's not good for him.
What do you mean? Wait, I think you're getting people mixed up.
Am I?
The sleeper agent is Camilla.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who works for the demon mafia?
Right.
Yep.
Demon
Who
Council.
is the daughter? All right. Who is the daughter of the right-hand man to the devil mafia?
Right.
Oh, these. Get them mixed up.
Yes. Which means he might not know.
What the fuck? Well, he'll know.
Which would mean that Rosie is not good to have around.
Well, like. Now
I
everyone will
think
know.
that's premature assessment.
I'm just thinking of things that might come up. I have a 20 wisdom. What's your wisdom?
I would say is that
Get out my wisdom
Daddy
measuring stick.
is very protective of his daughter. So her likelihood is fine. It's
All
just
right.
maybe there might become a war from this.
Yeah, maybe.
There might be a what from this?
War.
Oh, you didn't hear nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
Sorry.
kidding.
I just
Unless I'm in the
Oh, you're good. I was
I know.
joking.
to be a part of
Uh,
the conversation, even though I'm not there.
but yes, this definitely seems very complex,
Do we
and it
share
feels
this?
like our money is lost.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel like it, yeah.
Yeah. But at least we now have hopefully pissed off one important person that can. I don't know. I just feel like it's a good tie.
I don't think the money's lost necessarily, but I do think it's a huge pain in the ass to get to it now. But I think the Camilla situation needs to be addressed regardless of whether the money's easy to get or not.
What do we share about this and with who? This
I mean-
seems like something IDOC would want to know, but that could very much get us on the wrong side of the Demon Council. Is that what we want?
Considering they just stole 500,000 gold from us, they're already on our wrong side.
I would say IDOC should know because his daughter, and because I'm more lenient towards IDOC because I have closer ties with him than
His
I do
daddy.
with other.
He doesn't want to lose his daddy.
That's fair. I'm just always wary about what enemies we're making.
I would say, for the most part, I think we're squared up with the orcs. As long as we don't continue to piss them off.
The Devils literally gave us one of their best cars.
And then we gave it back.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're at a point where they're willing to give us resources.
So I would say my money is on Daddy.
The Demon Council just stole 500,000 gold from us. I don't think that we're making an enemy of them. I think they've already made themselves clear, like, we don't give a shit about the six of you.
True.
Arguably, they're already an enemy.
That's true. So let's tell the Dada and the Daddy.
We do it.
And I rub the sending stone preciously, waiting for a fucking call.
On red.
I'll say before we do that real quick, I do need to check the pups momentarily here. They're barking up a bit. So I feel like we haven't had a break yet, so let's just do a quick little break here.
It's going to be midnight in 10 minutes, David.
Yeah, I know, but I'm willing to go a little bit further since we started late.
All right.
Oh. But are other people willing? I
That's a
don't,
good
I
question.
don't care.
Wrote
I-
things.
What?
I literally wrote things.
Good job.
He took notes.
Shit.
It's like Plette playing Secret Hitler.
Oh, if we want to stop at 12, I do have a specific stopping point for this session. But otherwise, if we just want to do that now, or if we want to wait a little bit.
I'm okay with going longer if you're available, but if you are busy, that's fine too.
Or if other people need to do stuff.
I'm fine to keep going.
All right.
I'm good.
AAA, you good?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, what's up?
You
Oh, we're
good
just-
for a little
we're
bit
good
longer
to-
than past 12?
I mean, yeah, I'm getting a little tired, but I'm good.
Okay. Everyone
Oh.
pee.
Yep, let's
Yes,
take a
I'd
quick
say-
little break.
All right.
PP.
we're just gonna try and wrap up the session here. So,
All right, Stringer's back.
Sweet.
all right, I'm back. So, as the days go by, you still have not heard anything back from Ioduk. Seems to be gone for quite some time now.
That's concerning.
With that said, Rez had the same uncanny feeling again. And before you, standing in front of you this time, almost as if he immediately appeared out of thin air, called.
How do you do that?
I told you you wouldn't know how to perform it.
So what do you have to lose?
Time.
Yeah. Is everybody else in the room again?
Yep. And yeah, you hear this this voice again
Scared now.
talking to
I'm
Rez.
tired of being alone. Grab you. She just bursts in with Bean. She's like, I'm bored.
Oh, good timing, Rosie.
Hi.
Well,
Let's make this quick.
yes, what do you got?
Have you ever heard the story about if you learn a demon's true name, banish it?
Yeah, sure, I suppose I've heard that once or twice.
Talking to herself.
I think there's a guy there.
You can hear the other voice.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
can hear
can.
the other voice. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like
Let's
Rosie's
just say-
like
Go ahead.
going like this.
Just like walking
Across
through
the
the warehouse.
Yeah. Goes by Rez and just starts like.
Yeah,
Just
he's,
listen, Rosie.
He's over there. I point her in the wrong direction.
Thank you.
I'm
Let's
familiar.
just say, in our council, the true name is learned of a person. They need to go. Seems like we have a mutual goal.
Really?
Keep ourselves very secretive for a reason. And it seems Azath wants out. He's currently trying to get off plane. If all goes as planned, he should be able to do so by tomorrow.
Look.
All of your precious, precious money. I feel like we can kill two birds with one stone.
Well, it's not my decision to make. Bruno seems to be on board.
Oh yeah, you're way out of the loop.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Ah.
Rosie's like, what's happening? There's this man
Rosie.
talking.
Kiss.
We're okay with this, I think.
But what are we doing?
Yes.
Hold on.
Looks like your party is in agreement.
And then there's just the one confused person, like, what? She's still looking for this person. And then she's gonna think Rez was deceiving her, so she's gonna start looking in the other direction.
Anyway.
Before I say yes, is there anything else you can share with us?
What would you like to know?
What we're up against... Exactly. Are we trying to fuck up his travel plans and leave him to you? Or are we trying to take him down on our own?
We try our best not to get our own hands dirty when we can.
I know that.
What I would like from you, do whatever you wish to him, as long as he is no longer living. And when that is at the end, place this tablet on him. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small, about palm-sized, thin stone with several runes etched into it.
Do I see this?
You see as soon as Apollo lets go, a stone tablet appears in Rez's hand.
Bet. Wherever that stone just magically appeared from, Rosie's there.
Just feeling it out.
Yep.
I see Apollo just like awkwardly backing away from her.
I would say you do feel an arm, Rosie.
Oh shit! And she'll just touch him. There's a person right there. Holy cow! And then she'll put on her goggles. Be like, "Whoa, he's invisible, dude." She's like nerding out right now.
I will say he is invisible, and even though you put on the goggles, still is invisible.
Okay. Yeah, Rosie's like fucking entranced and is just touching this person. Just the arm. But
Rosie.
poking it.
Appreciate that.
Rosie. Never know. Yes. Never know.
So cool.
Yes. Never know.
How do you do that? This is awesome.
Rosie?
Jeez.
Rosie.
Do be careful, Rosie. I would hate the second command's daughter to lose a finger.
I can build a new one.
No. No.
What do you think this hand's from?
We're in agreement, Apollo. This seems like a clean solution to both our problems. At the end of this all, are we entitled to our money or whatever he has?
To our knowledge, he has all the money on him.
I know. I mean, anything beyond that.
I feel getting back all of your money and getting back into the good graces of ourselves is payment enough.
Why were we in your bad graces?
You all weren't. I was.
Rosie.
I'll stop talking.
All prep zone of truth.
Well, we'll call it a deal then.
To answer your previous question, as of what you're up against, he's a demon. He can fly. He is always followed by his 6 bodyguards. Not expect him to go down easy.
What type of stuff does he know? Sorry.
No, go.
Rosie can't shut the fuck up. She's like wanting to poke him really bad.
No.
Be like, oh.
Yeah. Like I said, we're in agreement. What all can you tell us about him? Where to find him? Any leads? Something?
He is staying tonight at a hotel. And he hands you the address written down on a piece of paper. The address is 121 Alpine Street.
How demonic.
Is it in this area or do we have a drive to do?
You'll want to get started now if you want to catch him. Current plan, if I had to surmise, would be wait until the flight is here and then get out as quickly as possible. If you miss your window, you may have to hijack the ship.
Not doing that.
I can do that. That'd be easy.
Let's hijack a ship, guys. Are you kidding
I
me?
want to hijack a ship. That sounds like fun.
That
Hijack
sounds
a
great.
Spell jammer.
Guys, the Demon
Fuck
Council.
yes.
Just
Anyway.
saying.
It would be his
I can
demon,
tell you.
his guards, and the
If you're taking down a ship, there is heavy security in there. If it were me, I would try to take down the man himself, not the fortress that he builds around himself.
Fair.
The ship will be the backup plan.
Ship would be so cool.
So for your sake, it doesn't have to come to.
Whiny.
I can tell you 2 of his bodyguards are warforged, so that he never has to worry about surprise attacks, even at night.
We have a Warforged, but doesn't seem to
He
help
never
us on that
notices
front.
anything. Yeah.
But what? What's that supposed to mean?
Like, you're just not the most perceptive Warforged, Dan, that's all.
These
Yeah,
are
okay.
quite astute. As for Azath himself, he is a mix of both brains and brawn. He knows spellcasting abilities and combat.
Is he going to have the money on him?
One would assume so.
He wouldn't have any other way to have access to it if he's going to a different plane. He'd have to have it on him.
Exactly.
How is he going to carry it? Or probably bags of holding, I guess.
or gems or something of equivalent value.
I mean, he's got 6 people
Yeah.
to carry it for him.
I mean, that's true.
True.
Alright. Any last objections, Dan? You've been quiet.
I don't have any objections. Just, we gotta make the move tonight.
We gotta go.
And have you prepped the spells for combat?
I haven't prepped my spells for the day yet, so I could do that before we go.
Then we have an accord, Apollo.
He extends out his hand.
I'll shake his hand.
And as familiar as you are with fire, Rez, even his hand feels pretty hot as he grips your hand. Grins, lets go of the handshake after giving you a good, hearty handshake, and sinks into the floor once again.
Before he does that, I'm gonna poke him one more time.
Ow.
It chops off your hand.
I feel like as he's sinking, it's like a pat on the head. She's like, "Oh,
Oh, where's he going?
where's he going?"
Why is he crouching in front of you, Rez?
He's gone.
Wait a second, has he just been in the basement the whole time?
We have a basement.
He just takes the dumb
There's
waiter.
no basement in the warehouse.
Okay, so that is where I did want to end the session with making the deal. So good session, everybody. You have made a agreement with the Demon Council. Let's hope we can all get out of it alive.
I want my fucking money.
This is gonna be dangerous as fuck.
Fucking where?
How much gold is it?
Almost
Like,
half a
it was
million.
almost like literally a half a mil.
It was like
440?
440,000.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
Well-
450,000
Alright.
because Gary was not in it at the time.
It was more
If-
than
I
450,000
wrote
because
Camilla deposited 460,000-ish on my notes.
Because
Yeah.
that was also
was-
for what Camilla already had deposited as well.
well, no, because
Um,
you took
She
all
took
the money
out
out
of
of
Rosie's account.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
she took all the money I had in my bag,
Correct.
bag of holding.
Yep.
So I lost like 10,000 something.
I was gonna say that that's 9,000 pounds of gold. So I
But-
assume it's in.
It's
Yeah,
much lighter when you convert it into platinum Ingalls or Benjamin Shaman.
Then it'd be 90 pounds. Yeah, if you did the highest,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
so that's a lot.
Yeah.
So 9 pounds of eckrite.
It's a lot of fucking money.
Wait,
Mhm.
9 pounds of eckrite? Eckrite is $1,000, 1,000 gold.
Eckrite's 100, isn't it?
I think it's
Yeah, it's 100 gold.
Then it would be 900 pounds of eckrite.
If it's more dense, or as dense as gold.
Yeah, if it's got the same density as gold. Maybe eckrite's light.
It is fairly similar in weight and consistency. To what,
Anyway.
It's a lot of weight.
But yeah, good session. Let's hand out MVP for the session.
Rez.
I'll nominate Dan for the hypnotic pattern.
Oh.
I'll nominate AAA for getting Rez out of the hold person.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going to nominate AAA because if Rez got hold person, that would have changed a lot.
DM doesn't get to vote.
Well, it's my
I'll
spiritual
nominate
vote.
AAA then.
It's my tiebreaker if there is a tiebreaker.
Triple.
That was imperative.
Yeah.
I was
Otherwise-
I wouldn't play.
8 to 10 Nabasu would have wiped the entire party.
That would have kicked our ass for sure.
What, you guys can't handle 10 CR-15s?
150 CR.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've only got 200 hit points each. No big deal.
no big.
And
no
you
big.
want to raw?
You guys chew through that in like one
I
round
didn't know
with
they
one
had
person.
fucking Nabasu. Jesus Christ.
It's a bank.
So?
Of course. They
What do you
have
mean
seen
fucking so?
What do you mean so?
Of the
would've-
people to have security, they can
Do you think
afford
this
it.
is the central bank? Because this is
Did
like
I-
a branch location. And they've got fucking 10 Nabasu on payroll. I'm like, what the
For
fuck?
the record, this is why I don't want to get on the bad side of the Demon Council, because they are fucking terrifying.
That's so many fucking demons.
Yeah, and
Why
just
would a
because
bank
it looks
have
like
good security?
just because it looks like a regular bank doesn't mean it is an actual regular bank. There could be something else shady going on there.
Okay, fair.
It's true. You guys did not look into the bank at all.
I mean, it's definitely owned
You
by
see
the
those
Demon
stairs?
Council.
Those
Literally
stairs were like-
judging a book by its cover. Good job.
I mean, that's what happens when you have a non-perceptive Warforged.
Look, what do you want from me, all right? I'm just trying to recoup all our fucking losses.
We could take
And
this
then-
bank.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it sounds like AAA is getting the
The guards
double
for sure.
RP points. Everybody else gets an RP point. You did
I'll
good,
take it.
y'all.
Woo.
Alright.
Now we just gotta kill a demon and his 6 compatriots before he gets off plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good.